I'm going to do a series of short training videos on our left menu structure here because I was just documenting it and I found out that we have a lot of menus here. So I want to make sure it's not confusing to anybody. So for this menu on the left, if your screen is wide enough, I have a very small screen right now for doing videos, but see if I make my screen wider, you can actually see here even my dashboard looks a little better. Things aren't stacked and the menu will stay open. And then you can close it if you want. You can move the cursor off of it and then open it. But when your screen goes pretty narrow, the menu will automatically close for you. So the first thing on the menu is the dashboard, which is what I'm on right now. It shows you how many sites you have, how many domains. Of course, I need to work on this. Sites down is 86. I need to turn some flags on because those aren't all real sites, obviously. If you have a money site that's down, you can see that. I need to go figure out what that is and go click on it. It'll go to another page and so on. I'm not going to explain everything on every page. I'm really just trying to show you the menu structure. So this is the dashboard. You can pick one site and it'll give you your SEOs and your Google statistics there. And then it'll also at the bottom give you the top 10 sites that you have by Majestic Trust Flow. So back to the menu. Under that we have the admin. Oh, I have an admin panel. You will not have that. So the next one you have is domains. Now this could also be called websites basically. So here you type your domain or your website. Like I've got several that start with Hebrew. If you only have I think it's 7 domains or 5, we just list them all for you. But once you have dozens and hundreds of them, you have to type in what you want to find here. Or if you want all of them, you just do that and click search, and it'll take just a little bit. That ran fast today, but sometimes it'll take a few minutes to load all your websites. So say these are my Hebrew websites, and you can see this one says it has an unknown status right now. So again, things I should be looking into, right? It'll tell you what the registrar is, who it's hosted with, Majestic Trust Flow, and the Moz domain authority. And then of course you can go into any of these, you can edit it, you could delete it, you can see your uptime history. There's other stats here. Just a second, make that wider. I have to make that wider so you can see these icons. You can go to uptime history, you can go to SEO stats history, or you can actually go visit the website by clicking that link. The next menu is your web pages. I like to call these parasite pages, basically. These are web pages that you have on websites that you don't control, that you don't own, okay? So for example, recently I was playing with putting blogs on both Claude and Perplexity. And I've been having trouble getting the Claude ones indexed, and Perplexity was indexed, but now it's not. So we actually have an index checker over here. It says check if indexed, and it will run the Google command site and the name of the website, and then it'll search for your blog title, and then it will tell you whether it found it or not. So some reason Google looks like de-indexed my blog on that one. So the next one is current tasks. Now, this is the one I use most of the time, and basically I have a developer working in Poland. You see his name here, and the top half is for special types of tasks, which are called service and paid tasks. We'll have a whole nother video that talks about those. Then for my internal task, for my own staff, basically, I put the task in here, and of course there's an add task button at the top. If you do an add paid task, that means you're looking for a freelancer to do it for you, okay? And we're going to be having freelancers added to our system very soon. And so basically in here, these different icons mean different things, like that's a bug. There's one for a chore. I forget what they all are, but anyway, there's different types of icons. There's different stars is how many points that project is. Each task is tied to a project. You have your start buttons and so on. And from here, you can change the order of your task by just dragging and dropping wherever you want to put it, and you can move it higher or lower on the list. So again, this is a high-level video, so we have a whole nother video that will talk about that. The next one is the service shop. This is brand new, and we still haven't, I mean, it's technically working, but we haven't really launched it yet. So I need to come in here and get rid of these. These were like some demo services we put. So most of these are actually not real people at this time, so we're going to clean this up. But basically, service shop is something like Fiverr, where you go and you say, I need this type of job done. And so like you come at the top and you search filters, and you say, I want to search for like SEO backlinks or something like that. Let's just do SEO strategy. Anyway, that gives you only the task having to do with SEO, or if you need an image done or a thumbnail, you could search for that. You can sort different prices and so on, and then you can see that project or that service, and you can decide if you want to buy it or not. The next one is your settings. Okay, so here we have monitoring. This is where you have different websites and you have a monitoring interval. By default, we check your websites every 3 hours. That's included in your package when you subscribe. Now, if you want to upgrade that, you can come over here and change it and say, I want to go to monitoring every 5 minutes. So that would be for a site you're really concerned about. And we do have a monthly service charge of that for $5, I think it is right now. And if you want to upgrade, you could do that. And you would have to have credits on file to spend to be able to do that. So that's your basic monitoring. It says right now these are all okay. This site's down, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Then we go to under settings, we go to Registrar API Keys. And right now we support 3 registrars as far as synchronizing automatically. So I use GoDaddy for probably 90 or 80% of mine, and maybe Namecheap and NameSilo 10% each. So I put in my API keys here and so on, and your username if it's required, and that will allow you to synchronize with the website. Let me just share where that is. If you come down here under batch reports and then do domain sync, this is where you can say add a sync request. Oh, I have to click this first. I say I want to sync with GoDaddy, and it will basically go run a batch job on our server now. It says pending. That might take 5 minutes, and then you come back and it should be done. And one more thing, since we're talking about that, way down here at the bottom under Help Center, you have to set those up. So here we have NameSilo and Namecheap, and they're a little trickier, and you have to whitelist our IP address so that our jobs are able to contact that server. And anyway, this is the setup process if you want to use those. So let's see, we got one more I think we'll do in this video, and then we'll go to another video. So back to settings. Oh, alerts. Well, that's the last one we'll do here. So here you have your domains that have alerts set up, and you can say here add alert. And for example, on this domain, I'll say Hebrew, digital Hebrew, just pick one at random. I want to say when the Moz DA goes under or above 20 or something like that. If it goes under 20, I want to get an alert. Okay. And then you say I want it to go to an email, or you can do an SMX test message. We still have the final things to set that up. The technical part's working, but we need to get that approved with, I think, Twilio. And then you can enable or disable your alerts. If you're tired of getting them, you can turn them off, but they're still here, and you can turn them back on later. So that is the first, maybe 5th of the menu. And so we'll do another 3 or 4 videos about all these other menu options.